And good day, I'm going to discuss all about the background of the author and the life of Trinidad Pardo Tavera. So, let's get started. So, una, ibibigay ko muna yung overview ng family niya, ng identity niya. So, his full name is Trinidad Hermenegildo Pardo de Tavera y Goricho. And later, we will thoroughly discuss kung ano talaga yung identity niya, kung saan nakuha yung affix na yon sa pangalan niya. Then, his father's name is Felix E. Tavera, born on 1838, who was a Spanish lawyer and a government official in Spain, while his mother is Juliana Goricho, who's born from a very wealthy and illustrious family. So, he's married to a Filipina named Concepcion Rosalia Sembrano E. Gonzalez Calderon, and had two siblings who are Felix Victor Francisco Domingo Pardo de Tavera, born on 1862, and his sister Maria Pardo E. Tavera, was born also on 1862, pero huwag kayong malilito kasi hindi sila kambal. Possible na si Felix Victor ay mas maagang pinanganak, or si Maria Pardo de Tavera yung mas maagang pinanganak. Possible na sa 9 months yung pagitan nila within the same year. So, si Trinidad naman ay pinanganak noong April 13, 1857. So, masasabi natin na siya yung panganay sa magkakapatid. Next na yung sa family background, no? Yung itong mga Pardos, nanggaling sila nag-descend sila sa Portuguese aristocratic land ng mga Pardos. Okay? Mga Pardos. So, simula pa lang noong 1600s, nanggaling na talaga sila sa mga mayayamang pamilya. Itong mga Pardos, talagang mayayaman na sila. No? So, yung mga Pardos, nanggaling sila sa town ng Tavira, a small municipality, no, near the coastal area of the southern Portugal. So, sa Portugal natin malolocate yung pinanggalingan nitong mga Pardos. So, paano ba natin nakuha yung Pardo de Tavera na yan? So, yung Pardo de Tavera, nung late 1640s, na inadapt nila yung affix na de Tavera. So, yung nilagay nila yung de Tavera sa surname nila, which is based sa Spanish custom na kung saan pwede mong ilagay yung pangalan ng lugar na pinanggalingan mo or saan ka nagsettled ng matagal, kung saan ka nakilala. So, no, ang ginawa ng mga Pardos since nanggaling sila sa Tavira, ginawa nilang Pardo de Tavera. Nilagay nila as affix yung pinanggalingan nilang lugar. Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng Pardo de Tavera. So, next naman is yung sa family background pa rin sa father side ni Trinidad. Noong 1825, si Felix, or yung tatay ni Felix na si bali lolo ni Trinidad, no, si Julian Pardo de Tavera, after niyang ikasal kay Juana Maria Gomez, no, after niya ikasal kay Juana Maria Gomez, nag-set sail siya sa Manila, kung saan doon na sila nag-settle. Specifically sa Cabildo Street sa Intramuros. Nagkaroon sila ng 3 anak. Sila Felix, yung tatay ni Trinidad, Joaquin, tsaka si Carmen. Si Felix tsaka si Joaquin, nag-enroll sila sa University of Santo Tomas, na kung saan nagtapos sila ng Bachelors of Law. Nagtrabaho din sila, after nila mag-aaral, nagtrabaho sila as Advisory Council of the Government, the Governor General, and kinasal sila sa Goricho sisters na sina Juliana Goricho and si Gertrudis Goricho, kung saan si Felix ay kinasal kay Juliana, si Gertrudis naman ay kinasal kay Joaquin. So, ayan. So, next naman is yung sa family background pa rin, no? Sa mother side naman ni Trinidad, yung nanay ni Trinidad na si Juliana Goricho, anak siya ni Jose Damaso Goricho, a wealthy landowner in Manila and in Cavite. And nung time na yun, siya yung may pinakamalaking money lending company sa Pilipinas. So, yung nanay naman niya na si Seriaca de los Santos, ang isang Filipina, no, na enterprising woman, no, na ang business niya naman is pagbebenta ng mga dayami sa mga Spanish cavalries, na kung saan tong mga dayami, 'di ba nung time na 'yon, ano, uso yung paggamit ng mga kabayo as major transportation ng mga Spanish. So, naging patok yung business ng mother ni Juliana na pagbebenta ng dayami sa mga Spanish, no. Yung dayami kasi ginagamit na pagkain ng mga kabayo. So, ayun. Move on na tayo sa early life ni Trinidad. Nung early years ni Trinidad, kilala siya sa pangalang Trini sa kanila. And kung i-describe yung bahay nila malapit lang sa plaza, sa Central Square, sa Manila Cathedral, and sa Cabildo. Ang Cabildo, pag sinabi natin Cabildo, ito yung town hall or kilala natin sa pangalan ngayong City Hall. So, yun. Next is nung 1864, namatay yung tatay ni Trinidad, which is si Felix Pardo de Tavera. Since wala pang anak si Joaquin tsaka si Gertrudis, yung uncle niya na si Joaquin, since wala pa silang anak, ang nag-propose si Joaquin kay Trinidad na kung pwede maging adoptive father nilang tatlong magkakapatid. Si na Felix, Hijo, or yung junior, si Carmen, tsaka kay Trinidad. So, sa parehong taon naman, inoferan si Joaquin na pumalit sa posisyon ni Felix, yung tatay ni Trinidad, bilang isa sa mga konseho ng Administrasyon de Consejo ng Spain. Pag sinabing konseho, isa sa tinitingalang posisyon ng mga panahon na yon. And nung 1868 naman, yung Glorious Revolution, no, nag-broke out to, and isa sa mga itinalagang assemblyman ay si Joaquin, kung saan isa siya sa magpupush ng mga reforma para sa Pilipinas noong mga panahon na yan. Noong 1869, ito yung taon na pinresent na nila ng mga assemblymen yung reformang nagawa nila para sa Pilipinas doon sa liberal governor na si Carlos de Maria de la Torre. So, siya yung current na liberal governor noong time na yun. Noong 1870 naman, no, nirentahan ng Spanish government yung isa sa parte ng mga bahay ng mga Pardo de Taveras para sa establishment ng Academia de Dibujo y Pinturas, na kung saan ito yung first state school for drawing and painting. Noong 1871 naman, ito na yung panahon na pinalitan na yung liberal governor na si Carlos de Maria de la Torre, na napalitan siya ni Rafael de Izquierdo. No, si Rafael de Izquierdo, kilala siya sa pagkakaroon ng iron fist sa pamamahala, no? Kilala siya sa pagiging mahigpit, matapang at sobrang stricto. 1872 naman, isang taon matapos mapalitan bilang liberal governor si Carlos de Maria, January ng 1872 to be exact, no, nag-broke out tong Cavite Mutiny. Pag sinabi nating mutiny, ito yung pag-aalsa o paghihimagsik laban sa pamahalaan. Ito yung panahon na to, isa si Joaquin o yung tito ni Trinidad sa pinaghihinalaang manghihimagsik. Kaya, nung panahon na to, inaresto siya ni Rafael de Izquierdo at nasentensyahan siyang i-deport noong February 25, 1872. Nasentensyahan siyang i-deport sa Guam. Noong mga panahon na to, nag-aaral na si Trinidad. Nakapagtapos na siya ng primary education tsaka ng secondary education. In short, nasa kalagitnaan na siya ng college. At noong 1873, dito niya nakuha or na-obtain niya yung Bachelor of Arts degree in Colegio de San Juan de Letran. At noong 1875, habang nasa kalagitnaan siya ng si Trinidad, si Trinidad habang nasa kalagitnaan siya ng pag-aaral niya ng medisina sa University of Santo Tomas. Inoferan siya ng uncle niya na si Joaquin na sa Paris na lang silang tumira at doon ipagpatuloy yung pag-aaral ni Trinidad. Next na yung life in Paris ni Trinidad. So, si Trinidad kasama yung uncle niyang si Joaquin Pardo de Tavera, no? Nagpatuloy silang manirahan sa Paris, no? Noong mga panahon na to, nag-enroll si Trinidad sa University of Paris kung saan pinagpatuloy niya yung kurso niyang medisina. Sa mga panahon din to ng paninirahan nila sa France, marami silang nakilalang French politicians, mga powerful politicians. Isa na rito yung Prime Minister tsaka yung dalawa sa naging presidente ng France. Kung naitatanong nyo, paano ba sila namuhay? Paano nagkakaroon sila ng pang-sustain sa pang-araw-araw nila or panggastos nila sa Paris? Lahat ng income na nanggagaling sa properties nila sa Pilipinas, no? Pinapadala yon sa kanila at yun yung ginagamit nilang panggastos. Yun yung pang-sustain nila ng living sa Paris, no? At nung 1880 naman, natanggap ni Trinidad Pardo de Tavera yung kanyang licentiate in medicine or in short, yung lisensya niya sa medisina from mula sa Faculté de Médecine de Paris. At after a year, noong 1881, na-receive niya na rin yung bachelor's degree niya in medicine, no? At the same year of 1881, nakapagsulat siya ng article patungkol sa Pott's disease, an infectious disease of the spine. And noong 1884, nagsulat din siya ng article at sinend niya sa Paris Journal Medicine. Yung article na to is patungkol sa sa faith and folk healing in Luzon. Tapos at the same year, nagsulat din siya sinulat niya rin yung contribution para el estudio de los antiguos alfabetos Filipinos. In English is Contribution to the Study of Ancient Filipino Alphabet. Tapos after a year, noong 1855, natanggap niya yung diploma niya in Malay language. Noong 1886 naman, marami siyang sinalihang linguistic societies such as Indo-Chinese Academic Society, Spanish Society of Hygiene, and Anthropologic Society. Noong 1887, yung written work niya na El Sanscrito en la Lengua Tagala was finally published sa Lausanne City in Switzerland, no? Noong 1887, na yung purpose is to investigate the etymology and influence of Sanskrit family of language to Filipino grammar and orthography. Pag sinabi natin etymology, origin of words, no? Ibig sabihin, origin of words. Tapos pag sinabi naman natin orthography, yung way of spelling, no? It's all about spelling. And at the same year, na napagdesisyonan ni Trinidad Pardo de Tavera na bumalik sa pitsa sa Manila. Dito niya nakilala yung napangasawa niyang si Concepcion Rosalia Sembrano y Gonzales Calderon, na at the same year pinakasalan niya, no? Nagkaroon sila ng 3 anak, 2 lalaki at 1 babae. At later, no, di kinalaunan yung mga papel niya, yung mga sinulat niya na kontribusyon para El Studio at yung El Sanscrito ay highly noticed o highly praised sa ibang bansa, specifically sa India, no? Yung research journal and publication doon na Journal of the Asiatic Society of Bengal at saka yung Journal of the Straits Branch of the Royal Asiatic Society. Ito yung mga nakapansin sa mga written works ni Trinidad. Lastly, on March 26, 1925, Trinidad Hermenegildo Pardo de Tavera y Goricho died at the age of 67 due to a certain disease. Namatay siya dito sa Metro Manila, pero inilibing siya sa may Paris, France. Doon nyo matatagpuan yung labi niya dito sa cemetery na to, sa Paris, France, no? So, ang dami niyang notable written works, written na libro, article na na-publish. And hindi lang siya namatay as a person, no? Namatay din siya bilang isang writer, isang naturalist, botanist, physician, at isang notable scholar. Aside sa mga nabanggit ko kaninang written works ni Pardo de Tavera or Trinidad, ito pa yung mga ibang notable written works niya. Yung Plantas Medicinales de Filipinas, Etimología de los Nombres de Razas de Filipinas, Consideraciones sobre el origen del nombre de los números en Tagalog, The Legacy of Ignorantism, and lastly, his perspective of the 1872 Cavite Mutiny. So, yeah. Thank you for watching.
I will discuss about the brief historical background of 1872 Cavite Mutiny. The Filipino version of the bloody incident of Cavite in 1872 was written by Dr. Trinidad Pardo de Tavera. In his point of view, the incident was a mere mutiny by the native Filipino soldiers and laborers. Second is brief uprising of 200 Filipino troops and workers. On January 20, 1872, about 200 men comprised of soldiers, laborers of the arsenal, and residents of Cavite, headed by Sergeant Lamdrid, rose in arms and assassinated the commanding officers and Spanish officers in sight. The third one is the Governor General Rafael Izquierdo's order causes the mutiny. The primary cause of the mutiny is believed to be an order from Governor General Rafael de Izquierdo to subject the soldiers of the Engineering and Artillery Corps to personal taxes which they were previously exempt. Fourth one is the subject soldiers to personal taxes and forced labor. The taxes required them to pay a monetary sum as well as to perform a forced labor which is called the polo y servicio. Polo y servicio is a practice employed by Spanish colonizers for over 250 years that required the forced labor of all Filipino males from age 16 to 60 years old for 40-day period. The workers could be placed on any project the Spanish wanted, despite the hazardous or unhealthy conditions. The next is execution of Filipino priest Mariano Gomez, Jose Burgos, and Jacinto Zamora, otherwise known as Gomburza. The uprising was used by the Spanish colonial government to implicate sentence to death by garrote, which ginawa nila to sa convicted educated men who participated in the mutiny, were sentenced life imprisonment, while members of the native clergy headed by the Gomburza were executed by garrote. The last one is a major factor in the awakening of Filipinos nationalism. This execution, particularly those of the Gumburza, were to have a significant effect on people because of the shadowy nature of the trials. Dr. Jose Rizal dedicated this work, El Filibusterismo, to the executed priest. Many scholars believe that Cavite Mutiny of 1872 was the beginning of Filipino nationalism that would eventually lead to the Philippine Revolution of 1896. Yun lamang po.
So now I am going to tackle about the main topic of our report, which is the Cavite Mutiny that happened in the year 1872. But before we proceed to the Filipino perspective, let me discuss about what is mutiny, what are certain events, and important details what happened in the Cavite Mutiny. Mutiny. Mutiny refers to a situation where in which a group of people refuse to obey orders or take away orders from those who commanding them. It simply means open rebellion. Before we Filipinos obtained the independence we won from those who colonized us, of course we underwent a lot of struggles and obstacles. This Cavite Mutiny happened in the year 1872, years before the Philippine Revolution broke out, owing to the Filipinos' the desire to be free from the Spanish colonial regime. We all celebrate Philippine Independence Day every year since 1898, but we always should be reminded of all the historical events happened before that, just like the Cavite Mutiny. Two major events happened in the year 1872. First is the Cavite Mutiny, and the second one is the martyrdom of the three priests, namely Mariano Gomez, Jose Burgos, and Jacinto Zamora. The martyrdom of the three priests led to another tragic yet meaningful story, part of our history, which is the Spaniards executed the three priests, but because of that, it led to a major factor in the awakening of nationalism among the Filipinos. In the night of January 1872, there are 200 Filipino military personnel in Fort San Felipe Arsenal in Cavite, Philippines, where they staged a mutiny because of the order of Governor General Rafael de Izquierdo that includes personal benefits to the workers such as tax or tribute. The tax obliged them to pay a monetary sum and do the polo servicio or forced labor. Based on my research, the reason why it was held on January 20 is because it was the beginning of the Feast of the Virgin of Carmel, Our Lady of Loreto. The only pitfall of selecting the date lies on the signal to start the mutiny. So yeah, because of the reason why the Filipino military personnel staged a mutiny, it is because of Governor General Rafael Izquierdo. Rafael Izquierdo replaced Governor General Maria de la Torre a few months before in 1871. Apparently, Izquierdo was opposed to any hint of reformist or nationalistic movements in the Philippines, and less than 2 years, he was already in the office. In the office means he's already in his term, but he was he will always be remembered of his cruelty to the Filipinos. And in addition to that, he blamed the three martyr priests for the mutiny. The mutineers were led by Sergeant Fernando Lamadrid. He is a mestizo sergeant. So their group seized the fort and killed a lot of Spanish soldiers and officers But the Spanish government in Manila, here in Manila, sent a regiment under Filipino General Felipe Ginoves to recover the fort that the group of mutineers led by Sergeant La Madrid seized. The place was surrounded by armed forces and the mutineers aiming to capture it and force stop the mutiny, surrender or totally putting it to an end by the use of force. And because of that, a lot of people died, including Sergeant Fernando La Madrid and other mutineers. And it was said that La Madrid died because of the gunpowder. And after that, um, others were sentenced to death or hard labor. Izquierdo used the mutiny to implicate Gomburza and other notable Filipinos known for their liberal learnings. So, next, why don't we learn further about the three martyr priests mentioned, which is Mariano Gomez, Jose Burgos, and Jacinto Zamora. So, first is Mariano Gomez. He was in his mid-70s. He is a Chinese Filipino, but he was born in Cavite. He held the most senior position of the three as Archbishop's Vicar in Cavite, and he was truly known for his nationalism and fully accepted the death penalty, and he said it was his penance to for being pro-Filipinos. Next is Jose Burgos. He was a Spanish descent, but he was born in the Philippines. He was a parish priest at the Manila Cathedral, and he was known to be close to the former Governor General before it was Rafael Izquierdo's term, Governor General Maria de la Torre. He was also known as active and outspoken in advancing or advocating the Philippinization of the clergy. And based on my research, he was still 35 years old that time. And the last one, which is Jacinto Zamora, he was aged 37 that time. He's also a Spanish, but he was born in the Philippines. He was a parish priest for Marikina, and he was known to be unfriendly or to have a authoritative behavior towards the Spaniards coming from Spain. That time, prominent Filipinos such as priests, professionals, businessmen were arrested on flimsy and trumped-up charges. When you hear someone being arrested because of trumped-up charges, it means they were fabricated or they were falsely accused. So means it was fake, and others were sentenced to prison, death, or exile. Some names that were mentioned are Joaquin Pardo de Tavera, Jose Basa, and Antonio M. Regidor. But on the latter part of our report, we will to know more further about the people involved. It was said that the mutineers got their cue from Manila. It was said that they heard and they saw a fireworks across the Manila Bay, but it was said that because there was a celebration of the feast of the Lady of Loreto in Sampaloc. It was also said that the Cavite mutineers um, mistook the fireworks as their expected signal from Manila. Because, yeah, from what I already mentioned, there was a celebration going on. The next day, January 21, um, the expected reinformants did not arrive, but a lot of Spanish troops bent to quell the mutiny. The signal that the Cavite mutineers mistook reminded me of the scenario in Pasarizal's work, which is the El Filibusterismo, that we learned when we were on 10th grade, in which Simon, the main character of the novel, designated a cannon that would fire at night. The loud sound that was produced by the cannon's firing would have begun the revolution. I can also recall that Simon had contact with a pyrotechnics expert, and he was together with Placido Petinente. So in his second attempt to launch the revolution, Simon designated the explosion of a famous lamp containing the nitroglycerin as a signal to begin. So back to what happened in the Cavite Mutiny, the Archbishop of Manila, Meliton Martinez, was served a copy of death sentences with the request that the priest must be defrocked. When we say defrocked, it means to remove from possession of honor or privilege. But unfortunately, he refused. So it happened. In exchange, the Spanish court-martial that was happened on February 15 went ahead, and the three martyr priests were guilty for treason for instigating the Cavite Mutiny. 2 days later, after the Spanish court-martial, the three martyr priests were put to death by garrote. When we say garrote, it is a barbaric Spanish method of execution in which an iron collar was tightened around, and they were put to death in Bagong Bayan, and now as known as Luneta. They received numerous visits from folks from Cavite, Bulacan, and a lot more places. It was said that 40,000 Filipinos came and watched as the three martyr priests, Gomburza, were executed. And because of that, the Filipinos were more urged to seek freedom from the Spaniards.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I am Patricia Flores from BSIT 12N, Group 3, and our topic is about the Filipino version of Cavite Mutiny of 1872. I am tasked to discuss about the second half of content analysis. It includes the people involved in the Cavite Mutiny of 1872. The reason of Cavite Mutiny of 1872, and the casualties brought by the Cavite Mutiny of 1872. People involved during the Cavite Mutiny of 1872 the Filipino version by Trinidad Pardo de Tavera. Let's start. The first one on the list is Sergeant La Madrid. After him, there are these clergies. The famous Gumbursa, which includes Padre Jose Burgos, Padre Jacinto Zamora, and Padre Mariano Gomez. Other than the famous three, there are other clergies who are involved in this mutiny, namely P. Mendoza, Guevara, Mariano Sevilla, Feliciano Gomez, Ballesteros, and Jose Basa. Other than the clergies, there are these lawyers who are involved in the Cavite Mutiny of 1872, namely Pedro Carrillo, Jose Basa, Pio Basa, Enriquez, Crisanto Reyes, Maximo Paterno, Antonio M. Regidor, Joaquin Pardo de Tavera, the uncle of Trinidad Pardo de Tavera, and others. As I have mentioned earlier, other than the people involved in the Cavite Mutiny of 1872, there is this one reason why Cavite Mutiny of 1872 happened. According to Trinidad Pardo de Tavera, the harsh policy of despotic governor and Captain General Rafael Discuerdo, he abolished the privileges and exemption from paying annual tribute and rendering forced labor or polo y servicios. Last but not the least, the casualties brought by the Cavite Mutiny of 1872. When we say casualties, these are the damage that has been brought by a certain event. So, the Cavite Mutiny caused, according to Trinidad Pardo de Tavera, there are these people who are sentenced by execution. First on the list is Sergeant La Madrid, sentenced by execution because he was the one who led about 200 military men at Fort San Felipe, Arsenal, Cavite into the upsurge during the 20th day of January 1872 that led to the Filipino Revolution in 1896. Mariano Gomez, Jose Burgos, and Jacinto Zamora were also sentenced by execution because, according to the Spanish officers, they are the mastermind of this Cavite Mutiny of 1872. While the four people were sentenced by execution, according to Trinidad Pardo de Tavera, there are also sentenced by life imprisonment to Marianas Island. And these people are Antonio M. Regidor, Joaquin Pardo de Tavera, P. Mendoza, Guevara, Mariano Sevilla, Feliciano Gomez, Ballesteros, Jose Basa, Carrillo, Pio Basa, Enriquez, Crisanto Reyes, and Maximo Paterno. And that will be the end of Content Analysis Part 2.
Hi, my name is Paul from BSIT 12N, and I'm here to report you about the summary of the Cavite Mutiny. So, all of the gathered informations here are reliable and legit sources. Uh, as a brief discussion, um, it is an uprising of 200 Filipino troops and workers at the Cavite Arsenal. So, which led a repression from the governmental na ni-replace ni Governor Rafael de Izquierdo. So, nireplace siya si Governor de la Torre. So, nung first time na ginawa niya is nagpalit siya ng mga rules and regulations dun sa pamamalakad niya na nagled dun sa rebellion nung mga workers or yung mga polo. So, ayun. Yung mga Filipinos na under sa Polo e-Servicio. So, what is Polo e-Servicio? It is um, a practice employed by the Spaniards during their time. So, it is a forced labor. So, whether you like it or not, kailangan mo magtrabaho for the sake of the work and also do sa payment. Then, yung rebellion, tinatawag na mutiny. And also, sabi ni Webster's Dictionary, mutiny is an open rebellion against the proper authorities or the Spaniards during their time, especially led by soldiers. Pero the case dun sa Cavite Mutiny is sila ay mga workers and also yung iba ay priest and also mga lawyers. So, and also maraming pinatay na and nakulong during their time. So, okay. First official act na ginawa ni Governor Izquierdo is to prohibit the funding of a school and art trades. Second is all those who had offered their support to the ex-governor de la Torre were classed as personas suspecos or suspicious or the suspects na ano. So sila yung subject for the execution and imprisonment during that time. So yun yung mga notable time na yun na tao na execute is yung Gumburza, yung tatlong paring martyr na sinasabing sila daw yung nag-lead ng mutiny during that time. Also, there are many notable persons na kinulong sa Marinas Island. Si Antonio M. Regidor, Joaquin Paro de Rivera, P. Mendoza, Guevara, Mariano Sevilla, Feliciano Gomez Ballesteros, Jose Basa, Carillo, Pio Basa, Enriquez, Crisanto Reyes, and Maximo Paterno. So those were the people imprisoned for their entire life. Also, so yung mutiny na nangyari sa Cavite is nag-led doon sa Philippine Revolution in 1896. So, ibang reporter na yung gagawa nun. And sana nag-gets nyo yung mga pinagre-report namin. And, ayun, bye.